Hi, I'm Danziger from the project Mr. Barrington. I do a lot of projects with electronics and acoustic drums, and it's a never-ending, complicated setup that I'm always trying to find new and better ways to do what I do. It's never easy, and I constantly try to refine. And before getting this RME interface, I'd been using other products that, for whatever reason, lacked one or more features that I definitely realized that I needed, whether it was just something compact that had quality preamps and lots of inputs and outputs, lots of flexible routing, ways to control who sends what to who. We have a setup where the three of us, when we play Mr. Barrington, we all have RME UCX interfaces, and we have them with ADAT light pipe going from one to the other and back to me, so it's like a triangle of light pipe. We send each other signals for several reasons. One is so we can hear each other, another is so that we can gate or compress each other's instruments from signals from each other, and we're doing that mostly through light pipe instead of 8 cables running around the room. We're doing it with one cable, to each of us. And also so that we can record our gigs with splits. So when we usually play live gigs, we are behind the scenes in a software recording the stems. So after the gig, we can then take the stems and mix and have a decent sounding mix if we want to use that for whatever, for syncing with video, or maybe even release some tracks from live gigs. This RME is just the only thing that does this for us, and seemingly does like even more than we can possibly want it to. And I've never seen a piece. I mean, look at the size of this thing. We are so concerned with what we take with us. Everything is based on weight. Like, this doesn't weigh very much, and we get charged overweight at the airport, even if we're a pound or two overweight. So the size of the cymbals matters, the size of the interface matters, but never did I think we can have power and quality in something this size.
So the latency is very important for you. I mean, you're playing drums, so...
Yeah, so I don't know if the sound is still up in the house, but let's see if I can just simulate something. So I'm triggering synthesizers off cymbals that are going into the RME. The RME these are triggers, but they're going into the inputs as just line inputs, taking the signal from that, creating a transient spike, reading that in a conversion program to take transient audio and convert that to MIDI data. That MIDI data is then generated through Ableton and plugins and Ableton synthesizers to generate notes, melodic data, all going without even needing a drum interface, a drum MIDI interface. This is just going straight in because it has enough inputs. Normally I'd have to bring a separate box, a drum interface, so this has also eliminated that. It'll also do it just as a microphone and not just a piezo trigger. I've got the same thing happening if I want the microphone to trigger synthesizers or other stuff as well. And again, without this many inputs, this wouldn't be possible. So
and how long are you using it already? What is your experience so far?
We've been using this. We met the guys at RME a year ago at the NAMM show. A month later, we came to Munich to do a show here with Mr. Barrington, and we had got a hold of 3 of these Fireface UCXs. I remember these were being set up for us 2 hours before the show. We were panicking, and kind of showed us how to set it up, and that was invaluable. So we've been using it a year. It feels like we've had them forever, in a good way, because I don't remember how we dealt with it without it, but it's been literally just about a year in a month, I'd say.